this is, this is not something which is theoretical. This is very practical. Sufism, as we say, is all about practice and experience. So you practice and you experience everything in your life. So when you do Sufi practices, then with time you are able to observe and see this change in your life. And you can see that you are improving, that you are developing these strengths, and that you are becoming a better human being. And how do we work on the heart? There is a special meditation called Muraqabah, through which we focus on the heart and connect our heart to God, the Creator. And as I said, heart has been given that capability by God to connect to Him. Heart has been expressly created to connect to Him. So once you are able to direct your heart towards your Creator, then that through that connection, everything happens. So your responsibility is to basically work on your heart. If you can work on your heart, then the heart knows how to connect to the Creator, and then everything will follow. So we are very fortunate that through this special Sufi meditation, we, by spending very less time, we can achieve very high results. And large number of people around the world have benefited from this practice. And anyone who can fulfill three conditions, if you can be sincere, if you can be consistent, and if you can be patient, then you will also achieve the same results. Sincerity is obviously very important, because without sincerity nothing happens in this world. That's the first and the foremost thing. Then comes your efforts, so which means you have to do it regularly, which means consistency. And then you have to be patient, because then you have to wait for the results patiently, because in today's life people have become very impatient. They want quick fix results, something to happen overnight. But obviously you have lived your life for a certain period of time and you want to reverse everything. It will take some time. Fortunately, it doesn't take the same amount of time, but it takes some time to change yourself. So if you can be patient, you will see the results. You will see the change. There is an old saying that the two important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you know why. But the other important day is why are you here? Why are you in this world? What is the purpose of your existence? Are we here just to live ordinary life, enjoy this life and die one day? Or is there a greater purpose? Have we been created to do something more, something extra? This is something which you understand only through your heart. Sometimes, this is something when you in life there are moments when you are forced to think about these things. Some tragedy happens, especially someone close to you, someone young who dies. There's some accident, there's some other kind of tragedy. You go into a kind of a shock, and you are forced to think that this is not life. This is the kind of life that I'm living, I think is not right. There has to be something. There has to be some difference. But what happens is, very soon you forget it. Maybe half a day, 1 day, 2 days, and then after that you are back to your normal routine. Because when these thoughts come to with this, this thought comes to you, you try to enforce it in an external way. I was talking about weaknesses and strengths. We all know about these things. It's not that we don't know. Everybody knows that we should not tell lies. We have to always tell the truth. We have to be honest. We have all these do's and don'ts. Everybody knows. We also try to implement these things in life, but we are not successful. Why? Because we try to enforce it externally, and it doesn't work. Unless there is an inner change, unless this change comes from within, when everything happens, on its own, naturally, then the real change comes. So, if there's a diabetic person and he likes, he loves to eat chocolate, and his favorite chocolate is in front of him, now he'll be in a dilemma whether I should eat this chocolate or whether I should not eat. If I eat, my blood sugar will go up. If I don't eat, I'm missing. Now, this is the external enforcement that he's trying to enforce. No, I should not eat. But his mind is still there. But if somehow there's an inner change and that box of chocolate completely loses its value, then he won't even look at that box of chocolate. And then he won't have the urge to have those chocolates. Similarly, our ego is to attract our attention to all the temptations of the world. Okay, it basically, all the desires, it basically draws us to all the desires, to all our desires. But if somehow we can have a control, an inner control on our desires, and we lose interest in all the things that are not good for us, then life becomes easy and simple. So the Sufi practices basically help you to achieve that level where this inner control is, you are able to achieve this inner control.